that shit like it ain't nothing. Think about what I just said. Your first goal might be to make 6 figures for the year. When you focus on execution, you do it.
You do it.
And you're like, oh shit, I did it. Mind you, you didn't think about doing it. You just did it.
You just
You
did
understand
it.
what I'm saying? And the fact that you just did it means that, well, what was I doing the whole time? What was I thinking about? Oh, I wasn't really thinking about anything. I just put in the work in. Just focus. So the fact that you did that lets you know that it's the focus of your execution that actually allows you to do that, which will allow you to do whatever you want to do. So now when you set the next goal, you're like, you know what? I'm gonna shoot for $250,000. And you set the next goal, it's higher than the last goal.
Excuse me.
You're like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. That's gonna be my next goal. Boom, you set your goal. Then you do the shit.
Then you do the shit. Yeah, 301 mindset is the truth. Literally. Literally. All right, y'all. Happy Friday, everyone. When you come on, please make sure that you like the video. If you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. Is my timer on properly? Nope, it's not. That's totally off. All right, I gotta reset that. Yes, so like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Share the video, all of that good stuff. Let's go. Let's go. And as usual, 301 mindset is on deck as I'm getting everything in order.
Look at what you're doing. You're doing shit that people find impossible to do. People never made $1,000. Like, understand what I'm saying? There's people that never made $1,000 in their account. We doing it. That's just what happens on the way.
That's what happens on the way.
You're starting from $100. You're gonna take the $100 to wherever you want to go at the end until you reach that goal. Along the way, yeah, 1,000 is there, 2,000 is there,
3,000 is there.
4, 5, all of these are there.
All of these are there.
Depending on your goal, 10,000 is there. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not about that at all. It's about the focus of your execution over and over
and over again.
This shit. Rinsing and repeating. And you want this to be like no thought involved in it at all. It's just what I do.
It's just what I do. Yo, every time I watch 301 Mindset, that shit just be giving me the chills, man. It's crazy. It's crazy how you can watch the same thing over and over again and like really get excited like it's the first time that you watched it. It's crazy. All right, so let me get everything here together. Let me see. All right, let me set IG up also. All right, so Instagram is up as well. Yes, it is. All right, let's see what we got. Let me come over to the chat. Well, actually, no, I need to put this out to a couple more places. Actually, I apologize. And let me see. Oh, I hate that. Hate when you got to sneeze and it don't come out. All right, hold on. Let me get 2 more and then we'll be ready to go. Okay, and 1 more. All right, we good. Excuse me. We're good. Sadiq is in the building. Jelani's in the building. What's cracking with y'all? The IG soldiers over there. They're getting Instagram clicking. All right. And let me come over to the chat. Melanie's in the building. Max D is in the building. What's happening? Motivation, what's going on? Liz, hello. Liz, are you Liza that recently joined training? I'm guessing. I don't know if you are though, but you might be. Or you could just be a totally different person. Donna's in the building. Mo is in the building. Jose, what's good? Happy Friday. And Kalisha, what's going on? That's either Kalisha or Ashton. What's cracking, y'all? All right. Oh, okay. So that is you on YouTube. All right. Excellent. Excellent. So I'll remember you now on your YouTube handle. Your YouTube handle says Liz. All right, cool. And forgive me if I mispronounced your name. I assumed it was Liza. Is it Liza or is it Lisa? Is it Liza? I'm usually pretty good. Liza? I think I got it. Liza. I take pride in getting pronunciations correct. You pronounced it right. Oh, here we go. Look, I need a Don DeMarco just for that. I need Don DeMarco just for correct pronunciation. All right.
Don DeMarco. Don DeMarco.
Okay, and let me get my other. All right, so we good to go. Minhas, what's happening? Yeah, I like that. IGTA. That's hard. That's hard. Motivation. You were answering my question yesterday about the broker, but you got sidetracked. Okay. Yeah, we was talking about a bunch of stuff. So what was the question again, motivation? You were asking about the difference between brokers. I think it was regulated brokers, and then you asked about NADEX. Was that what it was? Just post the question again. And I'll answer that before we get into the topic. But this is a good topic today too. I mean, they all have been very, very good topics. The vibe always knows what we need. Charles, what's going on? Okay, so motivation, that's what it was? Brokers and NADEX, the difference? All right. So basically brokers, and I'll keep it in the Forex lane, because brokers apply to any type of trading that you want to do, or any type of investing that you want to do. They got brokers for stocks. Robinhood is a type of brokerage, E-Trade. Those are brokerages. And okay, so question, the difference between regulated brokers, unregulated brokers, and platforms. Platforms. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure what you mean by that. But anyway, so the difference between a regulated broker and an unregulated broker, some brokers actually outside of the US claim to be regulated by an agency outside of the US, like depending on the country where the brokerage is located. Oh, platforms. Thank you. Platform. Oh, snap. I'm just realizing something. So I Am Motivation is Ashton? Yes? Because I'm just seeing that right there where Kalisha wrote that. I Am Motivation is Ashton, yes? Okay. All right. That makes things a lot easier now. Because I'm like, who the hell is this motivation dude? I'm like, well, who is this? All right, cool. All right, so unregulated brokers outside of the US, some of them claim to be regulated by some type of agency outside the US. I don't trust none of that. I don't trust it, because US regulation is not like regulation in other countries, period. A lot of businesses and corporations that do business outside of the country, they can do a lot of different things, and it's like they just don't get cracked on the way that a company would get cracked on if they were here in the US. And it's like the crackdown that an agency does will determine whether or not a company is afraid to do unscrupulous business practices or not. If you're regulated in the US, you're not doing dumb shit, because they literally will get you up out of here. This has happened to many brokers in the US in the past that were here. They still do business, but they don't do business here anymore. Excuse me. FXCM is one of them. FXDD is another one. And there's a slew of other ones that were even before them. But those were probably the two most popular ones that I know of that were in the US and got kicked out of here because they were not doing what they're supposed to be doing as far as business practices go. And they got caught out there. And because of the regulation here in the US, nope, you can't do business here no more. Goodbye. So now they're forced to do business outside the US. That's one thing. So NADEX is a regulated platform in the US. Their office is in Chicago. They are owned by a group called IG. And IG actually has a Forex platform as well. That's separate from NADEX. NADEX is not a Forex platform. NADEX is an exchange. It's a trading platform, but the instruments are different. They're not traditional Forex. They're binaries, spreads. They got knockouts, which used to be called, knockouts, I think now they're called something new. Or no, I'm sorry. Knockouts used to be called something else. I forgot what they used to be called, but anyway, it's the same instrument. So they got like about three different instruments that you can trade on their platform. The regular binaries, NADEX binaries, which are not like traditional binaries on platforms outside the US, like IQ option, a couple of other ones, whatever these close option, whatever these platforms are called. Their instrument is different than the NADEX instrument. The NADEX instrument is way better, and it creates the transaction between one party versus another party, and then NADEX is in the middle collecting a fee every time that y'all make a transaction. So anytime that you place a trade on the platform, it's you trading against another trader on the platform. You're not trading against NADEX. Like, they're not taking the other side of the trade against you. NADEX is simply facilitating the transaction between you and the other person on the other trade, or on the other side of the same trade, excuse me. So NADEX is regulated here in the US, I think by either 2 or 3 different agencies, SEC, and I think the NFTA or the NFA, whatever it is. But those regulations mean that they are held accountable for everything that they do, business-wise, etc. This is why you get a 1099, because listen, you make money, you're gonna have to pay taxes. That's when a company is doing business legitimately. They're issuing out 1099s. You're supposed to have that, because if you're doing any type of transactions in trading, as far as foreign exchange or whatever it is that you're doing, you have to have a 1099 to account for the money that you earned. And that's what NADEX will issue you at the end of the year. They give you a 1099B. So that's the main difference between unregulated versus regulated. NADEX is regulated. IG as a Forex platform, regulated here in the United States. I think the only other 2 brokers for Forex that I know of that are regulated here still, I think one is Alpari, and I think the other one is Gain Capital. I believe Gain Capital is still in the US, if I'm not mistaken. But a bunch of other brokers got kicked out of here because they got caught out there doing shit that they ain't supposed to be doing, point blank, period. So, we're very fortunate and very blessed to have NADEX. I say that all the time. I'm like, yo, NADEX makes it possible for us to capitalize on the skill set that we have in the market, which is what I'm teaching you. I'm teaching you how to understand the market so that when you take a trade, you win. That's it. Period. So anybody that's on the other side of a trade that you take is going to lose, because we understand the market better than them, and we're conditioned better than they are. Our mindset is totally, it's not even close. It ain't even close. Like, our mindset is totally on another level. You guys are developing discipline. You're not sitting in front of the 5-minute charts trying to trade all day. It takes discipline to do that. And that's the mindset that you have. And that's going to be the reason that you win. And that anybody that is trying to compete with us, they don't know it, but anyone that don't trade the way that we do is in competition with us on the platform when we take a trade. But the difference is that they're going to lose. They're trying to take a great risk reward trade, but all we're doing is taking candy from a baby, because we understand the market better than them. We already know what the market is doing when we place our trades. They hope that the market does something when they trade against us placing their trade. You see, that's the difference. So hopefully that was a good explanation, but that's a good question. Yep. That is a good question. Look, Joel, you in party mode, huh? He in party mode. E, what's going on? Yeah, definitely, Ashton. Yep. Yeah, because a lot of people, when they get introduced to binaries, it's not on NADEX. It be binaries on these other platforms like Close Option, IQ Option. There's a lot of these other little platforms, and them platforms, they just do what they feel like doing. Like, if they want to pay you, they pay you. If they don't feel like paying you, they'll make up an excuse why you can't trade the way that you trade in on the platform. It's like it's way too much gray area for them to be able to say, nah, we ain't paying you for that because you're cheating or you're doing this. Yeah, they're going to say that because if you win too much money, it means that you're actually winning money from them. You're taking their money because they trading against you. They haven't created a competition between you and somebody else on the platform. And they actually don't have the instrument set up in a way where it is 100% transparent and legitimate. You really don't know what you're trading. When you look at the instrument on the platforms, you be like, oh, I won that one. But they can say anything. They can be like, nah, there was too much volatility, and we can't. We what we did was cancel the trade. Why you cancel my trade? I won. I don't see you canceling when I lose. You see, so they do all type of stuff. That's unfair. And that's why these companies have to be regulated, because what's stopping them from doing that if nobody's cracking down on them? Ain't none stopping them, Keep it real, what's happening? Bruno, what's up, man? Yeah, call spreads. I guess that's another platform out there. Yeah, all type of stuff out there, man. Yep. Jeffrey said it's easy to trade live. Just click the button. How do you know you're ready to win in the market? Ooh, that's good. Oh, that's good. That's good, Jeff. Oh, excuse me. Fran, what's happening? Hope that you had a good day. I finally signed up for TA today. Time to start a new trading chapter. Oh, Fran, you did sign up, huh? Oh, I see. Okay. So, Fran, you are Raphael? Gotta be you. Gotta be you. It's gotta be you. Don said overseas binary brokers are bucket shops. Yeah. Yep. Right about that one. Ashton said, damn. Yeah, they be cheating, man. They be doing all type of stuff. They be doing all types of stuff. Yeah, so the topic for the day, how do you know when it's time to trade live? And I like what Jeffrey said. He said it's easy to trade live. You just click the button. He right. He said, but how do you know when you're ready to win? Ooh, man. That's hard. That is hard. Ashton, TA is cheaper than your high ass phone bill. Please sign up. You ain't lying. Yo, sometimes I think about that. I'm like, wow. I'm like, people's cell phone bill. You right. You right. Right about that.
Down the Mongo. Down the Mongo.
Less than your damn cell phone bill. Shawnee said, just rock with NADEX deposits hit 48 to 72 hours, no red tape, just very efficient. Ernest had told me about the withdrawing to your card. You withdraw to your card, you get it in a couple of hours. Literally get your withdrawal like in like an hour or two. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Don, it's not a question of when the right time to trade live, but who you need to become before you go live. Whoa. Whoa.
I'm focused, man.
We already on it, damn. I see Don is ready tonight. He's like, listen, it's Friday, let's go. He said, who you need to become before you go live. Shit. Ashley said, you can find 35 walking down the street. Facts. Facts. Like, listen, you better go collect some bottles or something. Stop playing. Yeah, Shawnee. Yeah, if you look under withdrawal, you can withdraw to your card. It gives you the option. Because before I had saw it, but I never paid attention to it because I was always used to withdrawing to the bank. But yeah, you can withdraw to your card, man. It gets there in a couple hours, at the most. Yep. Jay Carly in the building. She said, "Fuck close option." Facts. They did her dirty. Did her dirty. She was killing them, and they refused to pay and banned her. So that's the type of stuff that these little bucket shops be doing, man. They be cheating. Yep, they be cheating. Yeah, that was what Don said. Crazy. He said, "Who you need to become before you go live." Yeah, that's what they told her. They said you're doing arbitrage, and it's like even if I was doing arbitrage, it ain't illegal to do that. You mad because I figured out how to beat your platform? That's what it is. Like the whole idea is to do arbitrage. The idea of profit is arbitrage. You pay less and you sell for more. The profit in between is what you keep. That's what arbitrage is. It's so stupid. Like, no, we're gonna ban you because you're profiting. That's what I came here for, to make a profit, dummy. How you get banned for making money? It's crazy. Yeah, that too, right? They want you to fund with Bitcoin. Exactly. That way, see, that's another thing too, like a heads up. Any company that requires that you use Bitcoin and stuff like that, they're doing that because they don't want there to be any way to account for their transactions. And also, they don't want to be able to be tracked. Bitcoin is an easy way to do that. It's like, it's Bitcoin. We don't really have a way to find out, you know what I'm saying? Like where transactions are. You got to go and look on the, what's that thing called? What's the name of that thing? The blockchain. You got to look on the blockchain trying to find a transaction. And then you don't even have no way to verify transactions. It's just a bunch of mess. It's just messy, man. Walker, what's up? I see Walker on IG too. Yeah, the blockchain. Yep. Shawnee said, I may start some bad habits. Cash out in a few hours. Goodness gracious. NADEX the block for real. Right. You make a trade, go straight to the mall with the money. Crazy. Yeah, right. Jay Carly was trading the 1 minute options. Don said he traded the 1 minute options. They kicked him out. Yep. They will ban you if you actually make money, which is insane. It's insanity. That's why I tell people, I'm like, yo, you're like, people think that I got something to gain by bigging NADEX up. Nah, I'm not even an affiliate, and they got an affiliate program. I'm not even with that. I don't care about that. I use the platform and have no issues. That's the bag. They don't got to pay me to tell everybody that the platform works. I'm telling you the platform works because I use the platform all the time and don't have no issues. 1099 at the end of the year, pay your damn taxes when you make money. That's it. Straightforward, man. This is a business. Treat it like it is, man. Shawnee, like you said, Mark, when you get to a certain level, you can do what you want. That's a fact. That's fact. I told you about. See, my MO is this. Like when I trade, as soon as I make money, I withdraw. So sometimes I'll make withdrawals and forget. it's like you get caught up in just doing stuff. I'm so used to doing things efficiently that I will forget sometimes. I had said this one time on a live stream. I was like, yo, I'll never forget. It was like I had made 2 or 3 withdrawals one time on like a 2-day period. And I forgot about one of them. And then like I had checked my bank later. I was like, where does money come from? And I'm thinking like, oh shit, like somebody put some money in my account. It was me. I made a withdrawal and forgot about it. So when you start moving like that, where you making so much money and so many withdrawals that you forget about a withdrawal that you made, it's a beautiful place to be. We'll just say that. It's beautiful. Wendell, what's up, man? Yes, forget about it. I like that. Forget about it. Yo, make so much money you forget. Shit. How long you been with NADEX? I've been using NADEX since 2017. Early 2017 is when I started trading on the platform. Yep. And I figured it out pretty quickly as far as what I needed to do to make money on the platform. And that's when I discovered how the binary wins, started realizing like, nah, this ain't about the binary. It ain't about picking them out. It's about understanding the market first. Yep. How'd you find out about NADEX? I think I want to say it was an advertisement, but I think that I might have seen a video that somebody did talking about NADEX first. It might have been that. And I think that what it was for me at the time is that I started looking for a broker again. Because I told you about how I had real bad broker experiences like just over the years. And I wanted to start looking into a broker again. And when I started that process, I went on Google and started looking around. And I think in passing, like a video popped up about NADEX. And it was talking about the binaries. I was like, what the hell is binary? What the hell is that? I didn't know what binaries really were yet. And I didn't know how the binaries on NADEX were. So then I started looking into binaries. Then I realized, I was like, oh, binaries is kind of ill. And I think at the time I might have messed around on them platforms a little bit. Like, I don't know if it was IQ option or whatever it was. It was one of them platforms. I was messing around on it a little bit. And I was like, I don't really like this. And then I started seeing what they really were doing. I was like, I definitely don't like this. Like, nah, I don't like this. Then there was no customer service. You couldn't speak to nobody. I was like, nope, I don't like that. So then, Tom, if you fast forward a little bit, NADEX came into my peripheral. And like I said, I saw the video. And when I saw the video, it was a video, I think somebody was trading like the hourly binaries. And I was like, let me look at this. Then I went to NADEX, started looking at how the platform works, how the different instruments. I was like, oh, they got a lot of stuff on here. They got binaries, they got spreads, they got what's called knockouts now. It used to be called something else. I think what was it called before? Damn, I almost remember the name just now. But whatever the old name for knockouts was, that's what they used to be called. So I just started looking at touch brackets. Thank you. I started looking at the platform and just figuring it out. Then I ran into the 5-minute binaries. I was like, oh shit, they got 5-minute binaries. I was like, let me check this out. Went through my whole study, and I really actually started with the longest binaries. I started with the weekly binaries. And I looked at that, played around with that. And I was like, man, it takes too long to do this. I don't think I like those like that. Then I was looking at the hourly binaries. Then I looked at the 20-minute binaries. I just kept going through all the binaries until I got to the 5-minute binaries. And when I got to the 5-minute binaries, stuff started clicking. And I started realizing what this is. I'm like, wait. I'm like, so all the binaries work the same. It don't matter if it's weekly, hourly, daily, 20-minute, it don't matter. The binary itself works the same. You got to be right about where the market ends when the binary expires, period. That's it. All right, cool. So when I got down to the 5-minute binaries, I was like, wow, these binaries are running every 5 minutes. I'm like, but the key to winning these trades don't even got nothing to do with the binary. It's what the market's doing. I was like, let me study the market. And that's when I went right into my shit. Because I already was doing, you got to remember, I was already doing Forex. So I was in Forex mode initially because I was looking for a Forex broker. Didn't find one. NADEX came into my view. Started looking more at NADEX. Had to go through the platform, figure out what even makes any sense. Had to make sense of what binaries are. Then I had to make sense of the 5-minute binaries because I'm like, I don't think these are really designed for you to just be trading all day. Went through that whole process. Then when I stopped and examined the market, I started realizing how to win the binaries. I'm like, aha, understanding this market is how you win these. Then that's when I went into my whole testing. And when I opened up my live account, what I did was over about a 2-day period. It was like it had to be like literally, I'm not even exaggerating. It was like 40 hours. 40 hours I traded the 5-minute binaries. I took every 5-minute binary. I traded hundreds of binaries over the course of like 40 hours, like 30 some hours, and won hundreds of trades and lost 6. And this is how my mind be working. Like I was more upset that I lost 6 versus winning 200 and something binaries. Like I literally won 200 some trades. And out of the 200 and something that I took, I lost 6 of them. And I was mad because I couldn't understand why I lost. And I'm looking, I'm like racking my brain like, damn, man, why? Why did these lose? Because I'm looking at the way that I was setting up the trade. And I'm like, that was a good trade, but why did it lose? And then that was the moment for me. When I looked at the 6 trades that lost, that's when behavior came up right then and there into my brain. It was like, look at what the market did. Look at what the market did to you on them trades. Like this, like it was a voice that spoke to me. Look at what the market did. And I started looking at how the market was moving on them trades. I was like, I like, so this sneaky ass market was doing extra shit. So I felt like that, I felt like, the market was mad sneaky. It did that shit in the last 5-6 seconds. And that's when behavior came into my view. And I'm like, that's what it is. So, like I'm just going through the timeline and like the process that I had to go through personally to get to the point where I am now. And that's what it was. So once I realized that it was behavior, it was over because I was like, it ain't never gonna catch me again. It's like, I'm gonna be in tune with what it's doing and make sure that when I take my trade, I know exactly what the behavior is. So then that's when I started to just trade naturally. Like it just was a natural ability because I wasn't looking at the trade. I was looking at the market behavior and I could tell what the behavior was. And I knew what it would do by the time the binary expires, just based on what it was doing. So that's what, like I talk a lot about that now. I'm like, if you don't understand the market, you'll lose trades and won't know why all day. You'll lose and be like, damn, why'd I lose that one? That was a good trade. How you think I know what that looks like? I did all of that. I did it. I know. So until you realize that it's behavior and it has nothing to do with how good the trade was that's set up, you keep doing that, you're going to keep losing and not knowing why you lost. So you really got to slow down and take the time to study the market so that you understand behavior first. So just think about that. Like, what if you actually just become in tune with behavior first? And what if you only traded when the behavior is stable? It's like, oh shit. You see? So it switches the dynamic completely. And that's how TeamAlliance was born. Just like that. Just like that. Because you got to realize I was the first student. Me. I'm student 0. I was the first one. First one in training, man. Yep. Sadiq, LLC or sole proprietorship, which one do you recommend? I would say sole proprietorship, but it depends on what you want to do. It depends on what you want to do. LLC and an S corporation, they have a lot more protective benefits to kind of separate you a little bit from the business. But if you don't have a need to really do that, then it don't matter. Sole proprietorship is fine. Yep. Morgan said, must have had a 40-hour quality MRMH. Oh, shit. Paleys, that's very interesting because I didn't know to what degree I was understanding the indicative yet. Like, I'm going way back. I'm going back, when I was using other outside platforms to look at the movement next to NADEX. Like, I was using MT4 and I had MT4 and I would be toggling back and forth between MT4 and NADEX, looking at pricing and the market on the MT4 platform. But I didn't realize how in tune I was with the NADEX indicative yet. I didn't even know yet because it didn't click right away what the indicative was. And all I knew, I'm like, well, is this indicative closer to the action of the bid or the offer in the Forex pricing? That used to be my question. I'm like, where is it? Like, is the indicative using the offer or the bid? So I'm looking at that. Then I'm looking and I'm realizing, I'm like, wait, no, it ain't even doing that. What it's doing is it's taking the bid and the offer and it's averaging it out. And then that's what the indicative price is. Like all of this information and knowledge came from observation. Nobody told me none of this. No one told me that. Then I remember there was a day when I was having a conversation with somebody at NADEX. And I asked him, I said, explain to me what the indicative price consists of. And his explanation was identical to mine. And no one ever told me. I just figured it out. Because I'm looking, I'm like, wait, the indicative is one number. Why is it one number? I'm like, oh, I understand why it's one number. It's one number because we're dealing with binaries. So it has to be one number because with the binary, it's either win or lose. There's no, oh, it was a tie, there was a draw. No, you either win or you lose. That's it. So the determining factor for the win or the loss has to be one number. It can't be two numbers. That's why they don't use bid and offer. The indicative price represents an average of the bids and offers coming from Forex prices in the actual Forex market. And I knew that already. And when I had the conversation with the dude at NADEX, he said the same exact thing. And I was like, whoa, this shit is crazy. The market taught me all of this shit. Just from observing it. So that goes to show you how much you learn from observation. You learn it all. You learn everything about the market just from watching it. When you're so busy trying to trade it, you can't learn because you think that you know and you don't know. Like you don't even know what behavior is until you start seeing it. You're like, oh snap, I saw that. Oh, it's right at the end too. The timing is slightly off. It's almost there, but it ain't there yet. You start understanding what that means. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Yeah, but that was a good question, Peleus. Wendell said Mark was our engineer and he re-engineered the process.
I'm focused, man.
Let's go. That's what it is. And I'm gonna tell you, like, the way that I was able to really figure stuff out is it's like I reverse engineered. So instead of me trying to start from the beginning, I had to start at the end and then come back. So I had to start at the finish line. In other words, how do you win a trade? That's the finish. Like, what's the destination when you trade? To win. Okay. How do you win a trade? That has to be answered first. Not, oh, well, how do I develop a strategy to win trades? That ain't, nobody cares about that. How do you win a trade, period? Okay, we trade in binaries. The way that you win is you got to be correct about where the market ends when the clock runs out, period. All right, cool. That's a lot of information. How can we identify where the market's going to end? Whoa. Whoa. That question alone can create massive confusion, or if you focus long enough, you'll figure out the answer to it. Because what the average person that is in trading will do is they'll say, oh, well, we can use some indicators to figure that out, right? We can use some indicators. Let's throw some indicators on so we can get an idea of where it's trending. Which direction is it moving in? Because they thinking that determines where the price ends. Mind you, ain't got nothing to do with where the price ends. Nothing. You using indicators trying to figure out which direction it's going in. Is it going up or down? The question is it going up or down? The question is, where is it going to end? Where's it going to end when the clock run out? That's the only question. So this was my process. I had to reverse engineer. I had to start like that. And I started like that and worked my way backwards. And it brought me to where we are. That's what created the framework. And that's how I started trading. So every time I'm looking in the market, I'm not looking at the market trying to find trade. I'm looking at the market, seeing what the behavior looks like, so I know where the market is going to end, period. The market tell you where it's going to end. Based on its behavior, it tells you where it's going to end. And you don't necessarily know that. I do, but the average person don't know that. You see? And only the market reveals this information to you. Observation and studying the market, you begin to see what it does. Not patterns. Oh, well, I see some patterns in the market. You know, I think I could trade with this. No. We ain't talking about patterns. Patterns change. They come and they go. That's why when people create strategies based off of a pattern, it stops working after a while, right? It'll work for a period of time and then it stops working. You're like, damn, what happened to my strategy? Market ain't with the curve fitting. Market does what it wants, period. You have to be able to navigate the market based on what the market is. What is the market? Like understanding that, well, the market is actually this thing that just does what it wants to do. But at the same time, it tells you what it's doing. Well, how do you know? How do you know it's telling you that? Observation. Tell you, man, it's deep. It gets deep. Wilkinson indicators is just this is where it was market. That's it, right? Right. Or indicators also be like, this is where the market more than likely will go. Okay. But what is the more than likely based on? It's based on historical information. Oh, in other words, it's based on old information. Okay, got you. Like just think about what a moving average is. All a moving average is it takes the number of days in the moving average and it averages out whatever the price is over the period of days. So like if you got a 50-day moving average, it just takes 50 days of price data and averages it out. And that's where the current moving average is. That's all it is. So I forgot what the terminology is again. But it's like the price basically moves away from and then closer to the average over a period of time. And then it has reactions to the average price and all these other formulas that they be using. But what happens when the market just decides not to do any of that? It just does what it wants to do at the time. It takes that moving average and whatever your philosophy or your methodology is, and it just crushes it. And now it's of no use to you because it wasn't able to do anything for you when the market decided to do something different. You see what I'm saying? If these indicators always worked, everybody would always use them and always make money. But that's not what happens, is it? People be using them and they get smashed. Not understanding behavior, not understanding environment. And these things play the most pivotal roles with what the market is going to do. And just imagine, it's like here you are, you don't understand none of that. The only thing you know about is trends, indicators. That's all you know about. The trend is your friend. That's what you know. Like what happens when the market ain't trending? What do you do when the market is not trending? How do you know when the beginning of the trend starts? How do you know a trend is about to end? How do you know? Like it's crazy. It's crazy. Market does all type of movement during a trend. How do you anticipate that? Yep, all facts. Paley's, the average person doesn't look at it right now. They're trying to see what it's doing later. Right, they're trying to predict. And that is the problem. You cannot predict the market. You can make a prediction and you might be right, you might be wrong. But all that is a coin flip. You can make an educated prediction. Well, I'm using, this information and my prediction is just going to go to this level and blah, 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 blah. All right, cool. Even if it does it may not do that first. What if it does something else first and then does that later? So you were right, but your timing was off. Your timing was so off, you got stopped out of the trade that you took before it hit the target that you predicted. You were right, but you was wrong. See, this happens in Forex too. People think that it's just on NADEX where that goes on. Nah, people be losing in Forex too the same way. Like, damn, man, hit my target. Yeah, but you got stopped out of the trade you took first. You was right, but you was wrong. Your timing was off. It's what it is. You got to eat that. It's crazy, right? But this is what goes on. It's what goes on, man. Ashton, is there more to discover, or are you just maintaining what you have discovered? There's always more to discover, but it's not necessarily more or new information. When we say more, and I speak for myself, when I say more, I don't mean a new something. When I say more, I mean an elevated level of the same thing that we do already. I'll give you an example. The way we trade now is the way we were trading in 2017. You know what the difference is? The difference is that now we're at an elevated level of the same way that we traded back then. From 2017 to 2018, there was elevation from that period. From 2018 to 2019, there was an elevation period. From 2019 to this year, there's been an elevation period. Many of you have been able to see and bear witness to the growth just this year. So we're constantly growing and evolving, but we ain't doing nothing different. It's an elevated level of the same thing that we've been doing the whole time. There's videos from 2017 where I said on the video, market is not stable yet. What? So I was talking about stability then. 3 years ago. It's not different. It's elevated. That's the difference. So the difference is that it's at an elevated level of understanding. And on top of that, let's not forget the most important part is that the mindset has elevated. Like collectively, the mindset is crazy within TA, because when you come into training, your mindset is targeted first, even before you get into the market stuff. Like you come here thinking you're going to learn how to trade. Guess what the first thing that you learn? You learn how to control yourself. You learn how to develop patience first. You learn how to follow instructions first. First instruction I give you, hey, listen, these 2 videos, watch this on repeat. All right, well, what should I watch after that? The same 2 videos again. So I'll do that, then what? Watch them again. So, you see, you're already confused because you're like, why you keep telling me to watch the same ones? There must be a reason I'm telling you to do that. I'm forcing you to follow the directions so that the process can work. I'm making you do it. I don't even give you room to do nothing else now. Oh, well, what about all the other videos? What about them? I'm the engineer that's building the foundation for your house. You're talking to the engineer first. I'm not the interior decorator. We're not decorating your house yet. You don't have a house yet. You can't have a house without the foundation, so I'm here to help you build that. Whoa. Damn, man. Damn. I hope some of y'all catching this. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm not the interior decorator. I'm the engineer that's building the foundation for your house. Sheesh. Yeah. Right, all them colors and candles and all that. Yep. Celine, what's up? Yeah, Walker's stupid. He said next TA vlog, Mark's interior decorating services. AKA Don Design Home. Stupid. Stupid. He said, trend is your friend until it ain't. Yep. Walker, it's crazy how the financial industry thrives off tools that leverage expectations instead of present reality, or instead of present reality and behavior. Right. Right. Friend, and indicators are useful until they ain't. Come on, man. Come on. Fran, I'm gonna get you set up too when I get off the live stream. I'm gonna set everything else up for you for training. Walker, the TA approach turns the conventional approach upside down and presents opportunity based on present truth instead of future expectations based on past events. Oh my goodness. Yo, we in the abyss right now.
Down the Mongo. Down the Mongo.
Wow.
I'm focused, man.
Walker make me feel smart. Yo, you heard how he broke it down? Yo, he said instead of future expectations based on past events. What? Jeffrey, nobody ever wants to talk about that 20% that lose, but that is where elevation is, knowing why and why not. Right. Right. Shawnee said, continuous fine tuning, staying sharp. That's it. Ain't nothing else to do. Ain't nothing else to do. Peleus, through our pain of new students coming in, we find new ways to continue to evolve to make this game easier and easier and easier. Yes. Yes. Excellent. That is an excellent description right there. Ashton, when 301 is not playing, I still hear it in my head. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And that's the point that you have to be at, because when you're in front of the market, there's a mirror up. The market is showing you yourself. When you look at the market, you're going to see what you are made of at the time. You prove it by doing shit. So it's like, well, what are you doing? If you busy taking trades, doing shit, trying to find a trade, it's letting you know that you got a lot of work to do, because you're not focused on the foundation that you're being taught. Go back to 301, watch it again, listen to it again. Maybe you should watch more 301 and observe less. Maybe you're not ready to observe. Maybe you ain't even ready to be looking in the market at all yet, because you got work to do. You focusing on a trade instead of focusing on stability in the market. IG gonna cut off. I'll come back though. Ashton, when 301, oh, he said it already, my bad. Wendell, I want my house foundation built out of bricks, not sticks. And become in the Three Little Pig story, the big bag wolf, the market would blow my house away. Exactly. You don't want the market huffing and puffing. Excellent. That was good. That was good. I like that, Wendell. Market come around, huff and puff and blow your shit down. Huff and puff. All right, so IG is back up. Yep. All right. Salim, strange how unskilled futures traders are compared to options traders. They are too lazy. We talking 80 tick stop loss and unlimited time. If you want to develop skill, it doesn't get no better than binary options. TA, because that can easily translate to trading stocks and futures. And most good binary options traders have everything stacked against them that it forces them to sharpen themselves. Very true. Very true. You said when I talk to them about a 2-tick stop loss, they freak out. Yeah, because and I know exactly what you're talking about because I had dabbled in futures also for a little while back in the day. I didn't like futures that much. No, I was trading E-minis and I did not like it. First of all, it required mad money. Like you needed you needed a big ass account. You need like 25,000. And that was at that time. I don't know what it is now. It might be way less than that, but listen, bottom line, if you're in the vicinity of being able to trade on the NADEX platform, it is the best platform to use in my opinion because one, it's an exchange, and two, because the binary option instrument on the NADEX platform, when you have market skill and understanding, it's the easiest instrument to profit off of, period. Period. What's up, Tracy? I see Sadiq back over here too. Yep. Peleus said, yeah, that's true. We understand the organic nature of the market, so we'll never lose. Once we re-engineer our mindset, we re-engineer our results. Whoa.
I'm focused, man.
That was hard. That was hard. That was hard. Very good, Peleus. Very good. Joel said Noah's Ark has stability. He said that ark was built to last. Facts. Facts. Yeah, Walker definitely is a beast. Yes, he is. Oh, okay, CME is centralized. Micro contract for $100 USD. Yeah, I mean, see, so just using that as an example. NADEX, you can start trading with $100 with one contract and just continuously build up the account with the same trade that you wanted. Like, listen, it's just no comparison, man. It's no comparison. No comparison at all. Humble Lightning. Who's that? Jared? I think that's Jared. What's up, man? Don said, where else can you take $100 and make a fortune? Come on, man. NADEX gives you the advantage. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Shani said, I bet dollars to donuts, Mark, that you're probably the only person in TA that takes more than one trade a week. So overall, I believe the TA group exhibits supreme discipline with waiting and observation. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like really doing because it's like knowing what the work is and then just doing the work. The work is not trading. People think that the work is trading. The work is getting to the point where you're able to execute the winning process when you trade. Does that make sense? It's not about trading. It's about being in position to execute the same process when you trade. What process? The winning process. So that's what our protocol is. That's what the framework is. It's a winning process. And every time that you apply the process, you win. You're learning how to become the process so that that's all you do. What if you became the winning process? Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. What if you become the actual process yourself? This is what training does to you. That's why training is more important than what you're going to be doing. Because once you get in position, that's all you're going to be doing. What else is there? Conditioned. You're conditioning. Crazy, man. Look, Sadiq, the work is training. Come on, man. Come on. Don said he found NADEX after a string of overseas binary platforms. Shawnee, NADEX the best. You can start with $100. Nothing messing with that. Nope. Start with $100 and go where you want. Peleus, he said, I thought NADEX was a scam based on all the shitty binary option platforms, but can't stereotype one because they're all like that. Right. And see, that's another part of the bigger picture to me. That's why I want to make sure that the information that we talk about and that I'm putting out through TA is relevant to anyone who trades, for one, and two, specifically if you want to trade, in my opinion, what's the best instrument that is available on the best platform that's available. Like that, that's a lot for me to say that. Like, damn, you saying NADEX is the best? Yeah. Did they pay you to say that? No. I paid myself to say it. Every time I make money and withdraw, it's in my bank. So yeah, I paid myself. And I'm saying it. I don't have no problems with withdrawals. Don't have no problems with nothing. I don't have no problems on the platform trading because I know what I'm doing. You can do what I'm doing. So like that's the thought process that I have. That's why I want to make sure that nothing that we ever talk about is going to be about hype. Like I'm not even here to hype nobody up about training. I'm hyping up the fact that you can develop a skill and a set of skills that allow you to win and become free. I'm hyping that up all day. But I'm not even telling you to train with me. I'm just saying in general, just figure the shit out. You don't want to train with me, you still got to figure it out. You still need the mindset and you need a winning process. Can you figure that out? If you can figure that out, you're good. And I hope you do. I want you to. You see? So it's like, I love the fact that there is something that is available because I've experienced the other side, the flip side too, where you looking for something. You're like, damn, man, I'm trying all these different things. Ain't none of it working. I know what that feels like. I know what it feels like to try different brokers and be disappointed. You want a broker, you made money, and then they talking about you can't withdraw it. I know what that feel like. It's not a good feeling. So now I don't have any of those issues. None. None of them issues. No withdrawal issues. No figuring it out issues. Now I can take my skill in the market. I got the platform. Shit. That's money in the bank every time I trade and win. Money in the bank, literally. No issues. I love to pay taxes. People hate when I say that. What? You love paying taxes? I love to pay the taxes. The more money I make, it seems like the less I pay. There's ways. There's ways. This is what I'm saying. You got to figure it out. Consult your tax advisor to find out all the ways. There's a lot of benefits when you are either sole proprietor, independent trader. If you got an LLC or a corporation, it's a lot of ways to be able to navigate and put things in position financially when you're making money from trading. You get that 1099 popping. Shit, you want the 1099 to be as big as possible. I remember one time I told somebody, yeah, man, you kidding me? I want to make more money. They'd be like, nah, I don't want to make more because I'm going to pay more taxes. Like, you sound stupid. You really sound stupid right now. You telling me you want to make less money to pay less taxes? You sound like an idiot. There's ways to pay less taxes, period. You got to figure it out. I don't want to make less to pay less. It goes to show you how retarded people are. People be acting stupid, man. Shit. That's it. He said, I was sold once I found out that they were in Chicago. Right, they right there in Chi-Town. Yep. Tracy said, yes, pay them taxes. That means that you profiting. Exactly. Exactly. She said, you need a good tax strategist. Yes. Yes, that's what it is. Shit. Talking about you want to make less. You sound like a retard. But that's that employee mindset. You know, so that explains that. Ashton, thank you for this live. It made this 2 hours of a 12-hour ride easy. Last 2 hours. Nice. Oh, yeah, because y'all was traveling, right? Yeah, I thought I saw you had posted a picture in the chat. That's right. Paley's, the work is record and press play. Yep. Walker, I'll be thinking that if there was a Bible being written today, TA would have quite a few chapters in that thing for sure. Facts. Quite a few, man. Quite. Matter of fact, there would be a TA book in the Bible. Like, turn with me to the book of TA. Facts. Shawnee said the work is 301 and 301 mindset. It's light work. Physical but heavy mentally. That is a fact. When dealt with TeamAlliance, I stopped my 13-hour day job to a simple 8, not really caring for it, only for my insurance. Get off every day is pretty much drop the top on my convertible Mustang and enjoy. That's hard. That's hard right there. That's hard. That's hard. Shawnee, that's another fear, hurdle for new folks that are unique to NADEX because a loss is $100. That's dinner and a movie night. Right. Right. See, because the $100 becomes irrelevant because you've built the real capital. The real capital is the skill, not the $100. That'll catch up to you. The real capital is the skill. Shit, that's the value right there. Friend, becoming a better trader transfers into all aspects of your life and allows you to evolve as a human being. Trading should be taught in schools. I agree. Especially the way that the way that TA teaches should definitely be like a course, just in general, because a lot of stuff that we end up talking about is mindset stuff. And that's the real work that precedes anything that you're doing. You got to have the right mindset in place just to be able to condition yourself to execute a process. It's important that you understand that. Like, don't try to learn a process to execute and you can't execute. Whoa. Oh shit. You trying to learn the process instead of learning how to execute whatever the process is. Sheesh. Sheesh. Paley's financial education is definitely needed in schools. It is. Right, which is stupid. Morgan said, I want to starve so I don't get fat. Stupid shit. He talking about people that talk about they want to pay less taxes so they want to make less money. Just retarded. Shawnee, my CPA is at straight paper gangster facts. My boss at my job put me on. He is a monster. And yes, his last name ends with Stein. Say no more. He's like, let me just throw that out there too. Sadiq, the book of market, true accounts of love, money, heartbreak, and pain. Phil, what's happening? Asher said, shit, as soon as I signed up, NADEX called me. Yeah, they on it, man. They on it. Don, this stuff won't be taught in schools because schools don't want you to become empowered. They want you to become a slave to a job. We'll leave that right there. J. Carly, hell yes, TeamAlliance is a whole college degree for $35 a month. Facts. Facts. Ashton said, yes, chapter 301. Paley is exactly done. That's why I keep 301 in my ear so I don't get brainwashed. See, we covering it. We covering a lot today. We covering a lot of good stuff today. Yeah, very much so. It's so funny too, because the topic today was how do you know when it's time to trade live? And it's like just everything that we've been covering encompasses knowing when it's time. It's like, you know, the order to how everything should be. You know that you can't try to learn how to do something without learning how to control yourself first in order to do it. Jesus, like, listen to that. Listen to how everything redirects back to you. So you got to be constantly working on yourself so that you are prepared to actually execute a process when the time comes. The day will come when you trade live. And on that day, the question is not, am I ready to trade live? That's not the question on that day. The question is, am I ready to execute the process? And you shouldn't be in position to trade live until you know that you're able to execute the process. Knowing and wondering and hoping, two different things. Well, how am I going to know? You train until you know. Listen, man, you train until you know.
I'm focused, man.
Come on, man. Damn. Shawnee said, all jokes aside, Mark, your mindset is on another level from the group. And as the teacher, it's perfect. I appreciate it, man. I see. And we were talking about this yesterday. Remember the analogy I used about standing in the beach? When you go to the beach and like you walk in the, you start walking in the water, right? There's a certain point that you walk to in the water where the water's a certain height and you feel the current, right? You're like, oh shit, I'm out here. And you feel the current is making you do this. Because every time the water goes to the beach and comes back, the current is moving as well. The current is in the ocean and then the waves are on the beach. So the waves are the residual motion from the current coming up to the sand and then coming back. So it's creating a pull and a push, right? Now, if you stay in that spot long enough and just stand there, the current will pull your ass out. It'll pull you out if you stand there long enough. It's a force. So just listen to this. Listen. If you stand there long enough, you'll get pulled out. It's gonna pull you out, the force. That's the same thing that you're doing here. Just stay here long enough for the force to pull you. TA is a force. It's not possible for you to be around this for a period of time and not get it. It's impossible. Eventually, you're going to get pulled out. Stand there long enough. Yo, that shit was hard, man. That was hard. Come on, man.
I'm focused, man.
Listen, don't go back to the beach. All right, I gotta leave, man. I'm out.
Down the Marco.